All right, let's talk about AI. And no, I don't mean the crazy sci-fi robots from the movies. I'm talking about the real AI, the stuff that's already woven into the fabric of your day-to-day life, sometimes without you even noticing.
So let me ask you this. How many times have you used AI today? Just think about your morning. I'm willing to bet you've already interacted with it, probably more than once, maybe before you even finished your first cup of coffee. See, this isn't some futuristic idea. It is right here, right now, humming away in the background.
So, if you unlocked your phone with your face, yep, that's AI. If you got a movie recommendation from Netflix, that's AI too. Asked your voice assistant about the weather, used a map app to dodge traffic, got a spam email alert, saw a weirdly specific ad online, AI, 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 and you guessed it, AI. It's like the invisible engine running pretty much everything we do online.
Okay, so how does this magic actually happen? Well, it's a totally different way of thinking about programming. The old way, traditional programming, was like giving a computer a super detailed recipe. You had to write out every single step, every single rule. But with machine learning, which is the heart of modern AI, it's different. We don't write the rules. Instead, we just show the system a massive amount of data and let it figure out the patterns on its own. It's less like giving it a recipe and more like letting it, well, learn how to cook by tasting everything.
Okay, first up, the AI that talks. We're talking about everything from automated chat to your personal assistant. You know these guys, chatbots. They're literally everywhere now, the 24/7 digital helpers. You see them in retail, popping up to ask if you need help or to recommend a product. In healthcare, they're booking your appointments and sending you reminders. You can report a lost credit card or even open a bank account through a chatbot. And for travel, yeah, they'll help you book a flight or tell you if it's going to rain on your vacation. They're perfect for handling all this simple, repetitive stuff, which lets actual humans focus on the trickier problems.
So the secret sauce behind all of this is something called natural language processing, or NLP for short. Basically, it's the part of AI that's all about teaching computers to understand us, our messy, complex human language, with all its slang and sarcasm and context. It's how a machine can grasp what we actually mean, whether we're typing it or saying it out loud.
And of course, the most obvious examples of NLP in action are the voices we talk to every day. You've got Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, Bixby, even Cortana. They are all just incredibly sophisticated NLP systems. They're constantly listening, trying to understand what you're asking, and then going off to do it. And the crazy part? Every single time you talk to them, they're getting just a little bit smarter.
All right, so AI can talk, but can it see? You bet. Let's move on to the AI that sees and how machines make sense of the visual world.
This whole area is called computer vision, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, giving computers the gift of sight. We're teaching them how to process images and videos, all those pixels, and pull meaningful information out of them. It's about recognizing objects, people, even emotions, and then doing something with that information.
And you use this stuff all the time, probably without thinking about it. Unlocking your phone with your face. That's computer vision analyzing your unique facial structure. You know those wild filters on Snapchat or Instagram that stick right to your face? That's real-time computer vision at play. But it's not all fun and games. This technology is a huge deal in medicine, helping doctors spot signs of disease in MRI scans with a speed and accuracy that's just beyond human capability.
A perfect example of this is a self-driving car. I mean, think about what it has to do. First, it's constantly sensing the world with cameras, LiDAR, and radar. Then it has to fuse all that information together into one big 360-degree picture of what's going on. The next step is perception, actually identifying what's a car, what's a pedestrian, what's a stop sign. After that, it has to plan the safest, most efficient route. And finally, it takes control, actually steering, braking, and accelerating. It's this incredible, continuous loop of seeing, thinking, and then acting, all happening in milliseconds.
So we've got AI that can talk and AI that can see. Now let's get into what might be its most powerful trick, AI that predicts. This is all about using past data to forecast the future.
Honestly, this is where AI feels like a superpower. Think about recommender systems on Spotify or Amazon. They're predicting what you'll want to listen to or buy next. We're using it for weather predictions, analyzing massive data sets to forecast where a storm might hit. Wall Street uses it to predict stock prices. And in a really cool application, cybersecurity systems use it to spot the subtle patterns of an incoming cyber attack before a human analyst ever could. When you boil it down, predictive AI is usually trying to answer one of three basic questions. First, Which category does this fit into? That's called classification. The classic example is deciding, is this email spam or not spam? The second question is, how much or how many? That's regression. Think, what will our sales numbers look like next quarter? And the third question is, which group does this belong to? This is clustering, and it's great for things like figuring out your main customer groups based on their behavior.
Okay, so AI can talk, see, and predict. That combination is, well, it's incredibly powerful. And that brings us to the really big topic, our future with AI, and the responsibility that comes with all this progress.
You really have to look at AI as a double-edged sword. The promise is just staggering. We're talking huge advances in medicine and science, massive boosts to efficiency, and even potential solutions for things like climate change. But there's another side. There are very real concerns about jobs being displaced, about human biases getting baked right into the algorithms, and major questions about privacy and surveillance. And then there's the whole black box issue. Sometimes these models are so complex, we don't even fully understand how they arrive at a decision.
There's a great quote that really sums it up. Human lives will not be the same with each milestone achieved in AI from both technology benefits and associated risks. And that just hits the nail on the head, right? Every new breakthrough changes our world. The benefits are huge, for sure, but the risks are just as real. This isn't just about technology anymore. It's about the kind of society we're building.
So that leaves us with the big final question we all have to grapple with. As AI gets smarter and smarter, what principles should guide us? How do we make sure that what we're building actually has a positive impact on everyone? That's the conversation we need to be having, and it's a conversation for all of us.